Hey, how's it going, guys? Welcome back to White Gaming. Back again today with another Generation Zero video. And in today's video, we're going to be going over how you can take down enemies quickly, efficiently, and save yourself some ammo. By basically utilizing their weak points. Most of them are gas tanks, sometimes it's weapons, and even knees on some enemies. But it will help you save a bit of ammo and hopefully deal with the enemies a lot quicker and safer. So you'll save yourself med kits as well. You ain't going to have to farm as much. And if you use the right ammo as well, make sure you read the description of the ammo. Use the right ammo on the components or on the armor, depending on the ammo you're using. And it'll also get them killed a lot quicker. Let's get into it. We're starting off with the runners. And it's very simple. That red tank on the top. That is their fuel tank. Now you can, if you want, take out the gun. It's a little bit harder, but you know, it can be done. Obviously, if you've got a weapon that doesn't have armor piercing rounds on it, you want to really try and hit from the back, because then you won't end up hitting the shield on the front. There we go, that's his weapon down. So now all he can do is run up and kick me. It makes it so much easier when you know the components. It's so much quicker, and you save yourself a lot more ammo. Next up, we got the hunters. Now, these guys have got a few more hit points. You can aim for the javelin that they've got there. You can aim for the gun they've got there. You can even aim for the gun that pops up on their shoulder. Also, right on the back, he's got a tick box. Just behind the gun there. And then just above that is a fuel tank. Now, if you're behind them, you can get on the fuel tank. That does a hell of a lot of damage. It doesn't kill them in one like it does with the runners. Well, not very often anyway. He says it and it does it. Also, you got the tick tank, which I've just blown off there. The gun. Oh, he died anyway. Oh, we got a group coming in now. See, now they like me. But if you have got flares, you can use the flares, and hunters will attack each other. So that really, really helps, especially if you're running low on ammo. Just pop a couple of them out there, and they'll start popping it. You got sticky flares, hit one of them with it, you're onto a winner. Right in the centre where I'm aiming as well, just there is the head. That is another weak point. Aim for that, that does them in quite a bit. As long as you hit it, it sticks out the front if you look at them on the side. Oh no. So, the harvesters have also got quite a few weak points, and the easiest ones to hit are the two big shields on the front of the legs. That does them a fair bit of damage. And then you've got the two rocket pods on the back, the tick tank there, and the fuel tanks all along there. They're just underneath, you can just see them, but that's what's in that box, that's the fuel tank. This Seeker is sat right in our way, he needs to move his ass. You can also hit these little things here on the side. They don't really do much, but they are a weak point. And now, he's got the possibility of calling in a shit ton of hunters. So, sniping is an okay option, it really isn't the best. I think getting up and dismantling this guy as fast as possible is your only real option now. And now they know I'm here. Let's blast him off quick. And chuck a few flares at him. Let his mates do a fair bit of damage for me whilst I heal myself. Reload that, and then we'll get nice and close, nice and personal. Obviously, if you leave the hunters as well, he won't call more in. So once you've dispatched them all, he'll drop down and then he'll call another load in. So if you can, I know it's not ideal, but if you can get away with it, leave them in there for a sec. Do as much damage as possible so then he doesn't call a fresh batch in. I mean, at the moment, I think these guys are harder than the tanks. The tanks don't have an escort hunters. I mean, alone, they're not too bad. You can deal with them nice and easy. But when you've got a big group, it makes it a lot more difficult. And the rocket barrage now is also twice as fast, and shit man, it hurts. These little things along the side will pop away. Chuck a flare in. Let his harvester mate take him out. And if you've got the little EMP grenades, they work so much better. We're going to die from the gas, bollocks. That's right, we've got to revive. We can do this. They only equipped half my medkits on, I don't know why. Boom! But they're nice and easy. They're not too difficult at all. It's, like I said, it's the hunters that cause the problem. When he drops them in, that's when you know you're in a bit of trouble. Bit of a ball ache. But I really like it. It's a good ball ache. It's not. Next up, we got the boss boy himself, the tank. Now, the weak points on this guy are his face, which is that bit there, the little computer system just below the face, and obviously the two weapon systems beneath. And that circular point on top as well. I don't know what it actually does, but it's a weak point. So, yeah. And you've got the tick tank at the bottom and the back, and also the fuel tank. Kneecaps and feet are also a weak point, but obviously the weapon systems, tick tank, and the fuel tank are the big ones, the biggies to go for. They tend to do a lot more damage, and especially if you take out the weapon system, that always helps. So what we'll do is take out the tick tank, fuel pod, and then we'll go up close and take out his weapons. And I think that's his tick tank down, and I forgot about the accuracy that they've got now. It's ridiculous. And flares do not work very well with tanks, so it's not really worth the use. You can if you'd like, but I wouldn't really recommend it. So it seems that we haven't really done too well. Let's EMP him. That's his weapon systems down. So now all he can do is sprint at me and pop out gas. But the sprinting is easy to avoid. You'll see him when he starts kicking up because he'll be facing you directly. Let's get him in the knees. And he's down. But you take out that weapon system, it makes fighting up front and nice and close to them so much quicker and easier. And with the rockets, you take them out when you're at a distance. They always help. Because the rocket barrages now, they're quite lethal. They're a lot more accurate than what they used to be. Same as the machine guns on these guys. They will hit you from quite a distance. So bear that in mind. Try and keep your distance and really either get the tick tank and the fuel tank as fast as possible. Because once you've got both of them down, they're normally quite easy. Then you can focus on the weapon systems if you're further away. But obviously if you're nice and close, EMP them straight for the machine gun. Because the rockets, they won't fire when you're too close.